Hi, I'm Nathan Cole from natesviolin.com, and welcome to the New York Phil Violin Audition Challenge. This is going to be exciting. We have over 200 of you signed up already at the start of week 14, so it's going to be a great journey for us all, and each and every one of you is going to transform your playing, whether you've taken professional auditions or not, because what I'm sharing with you is my system, my process, the way I challenge myself preparing for auditions, and I've had success with that, and so have many, many people that I've worked with. Not the only system, but it's organized, and it focuses on the ultimate performance, the audition itself. Every aspect of what we do is going to be geared toward how you're going to play on audition day, which for us is the day of the first preliminary audition in New York. So that's exciting. We get to train along with those who may be taking the audition. Some of you may be taking the audition. And for those who aren't, you're going to get to see what it's like to prepare for one of the biggest auditions of all. So we call this week 14. We're going to count down the weeks all the way to week 0, which is 0 day, audition day. And we're going to get a chance to work through the solo selection, the Mozart concerto, whichever one you may be playing, and all 6 of the orchestral excerpts that New York is asking for this audition. We're also going to take a detailed look at the packet itself. That's something that a lot of people fail to do when they're taking an audition, actually. They don't read all the material. And there's a lot of important stuff in there, and you don't need to waste a whole lot of time reading between the lines, but I'd like to offer you my comments, my guidance on what's actually in that packet and what it means for your preparation. So we've got the 6 excerpts and 1 solo selection, and we'll get a chance to look at everything twice over. And that's going to be a very important feature of our work in general, looking at things in different frames of mind, different times of day, and looking at them over and over and over. I'm sure you have had experience cramming for tests back in school, and it may work for the test, it may not. It's very stressful, and you usually forget everything you knew the day after the test. So what we're after is the opposite of that. Instead of cramming at the very end, we're giving ourselves the luxury of time, a little over 3 months, which in my experience is a perfect amount of time to work up an audition. And the reason is that you get to learn the material at your leisure with an ultimate goal in mind, but you don't have to rush through. You don't have to make any hasty decisions. You get to live with the material and then work on it more in isolation, really hone all the little nooks and crannies, give a performance for some friends, colleagues, and then set it aside for a little bit. And that sort of cooling off period, that refrigeration period, some of us call it, is vital to your eventual comfort and ease in performance, the confidence. You take it back off the shelf a week later, and you'll be surprised what's happened to it up there. And as long as you've been working consistently, your fingers stay fresh because you'll be rotating other material in there. As I said on the website, it's a little like farmers rotating crops. That to me is crucial to the process. There's only so long you can hit the same excerpt, the same music, train in the same way. You're going to reach a plateau. And the way we're going to work, we're constantly going to be reaching plateaus and then taking a different route. Reaching a new plateau, taking a different route, and your level is going to keep rising and rising. So, it can be a grueling process. It can be a difficult process, certainly challenging. That's why I called it the challenge. But it should also be fun. Really, that's why we're all doing this. I'm doing this for fun and to show those of you who haven't done this before how much fun it can be to reach the end, to look back at your work, and to enjoy that wonderful playing. The amount of work you put in is completely up to you. You may wish to practice for 3 or 4, maybe 5 hours in a day to really see how those preparing for the actual audition would do it. You may wish to do that. But I encourage you, much as you might begin a physical exercise program, not to jump into this too strenuously. If you're used to playing 1 hour a day, do not start playing 3 or 4 hours in a day for this challenge. And the way I've laid it out, you can ramp up at your leisure. What's important is completing the tasks, participating, and doing steady work, because it doesn't have to be difficult, and it doesn't have to be, figuratively banging your head against the wall. You want to see how far you can go, and that's what the challenge is all about. So, here at the start of week 14, the first excerpt we're going to look at is the Schumann Scherzo, because it's perhaps the most famous, and it is difficult, and also because it combines a number of different challenges. But I'm not going to ask for a video of the Schumann Scherzo at the end of this week. And the reason is that many people learn this excerpt haphazardly. They jump into its difficulties and get frustrated very quickly. So what we're going to do, we're going to examine it, look at it, get into it slowly. But the video that I'm going to ask for, as I lay out on my website, the video I'm going to ask for is going to be a collection of etudes, because I want us to shore up any weaknesses in the left and right hand that may be there. At least some of the most important ones that I see most often. We're not going to fix every issue that might come up, but I'd like to see that each of you has a comfortable left hand that's going to serve you well in these excerpts, and as well a right hand and a right arm that are going to be flexible to get you through all these different styles of music. Specifically for the Schumann, you need a spiccato that you can start in a tempo that you can count on. And so the video that I'm going to ask for, as I lay out on my page, it'll be a collection of some etudes, Kreutzer, Don't, and then an etude that you'll make up with my help about spiccato. So, enjoy the challenge. There are points. The winner will get 3 free months with me at ArtistWorks. And of course, my ArtistWorks students know that when they submit a video to me, I'll work with them on whatever aspect of whatever piece it is. And I am a big fan of fundamentals and etudes, so my feedback often branches out to those things. And if you are not yet in my studio at ArtistWorks and you want that personal one-on-one guidance, go ahead, sign right up. We can work through the challenge together that way. If you just want to read about it on the site and complete the tasks, that's fine too. You'll get points for every task you complete. You'll get lots of bonus points if you complete all the tasks. And at the end, you'll be able to stand with everyone else who's gone through the process and say, I prepared the best I could, prepared the whole New York Phil audition packet, and my playing has taken a giant leap. So I really look forward to seeing all of you through the challenge. Thanks so much, and look for another video at the start of week 13. Cheers.